I am the Michael, and I got a story to tell about a play that is unfortunately not too gay, but it's great and I really enjoyed it anyway. Lin-Manuel Miranda, hire me. So Disney bought the rights to the smash Broadway hit Hamilton because Disney, of course, has to own everything. And originally they wanted to debut it in theaters, but because the Umbrella Corporation is still trying to destroy the world, they decided to release it to the world on Disney+. And unlike a lot of people that I know, because I know a lot of theater people, unfortunately, I have never seen Hamilton live on Broadway, which sucks because I have been trying to enter the lottery for years to be lucky enough to be able to see Hamilton, because right now, well, not right now because coronavirus, but tickets have been going for like $400+ and I can't afford that. Not even close to that. And so I was happy as hell when I found out that Disney was going to release this on Disney Plus, because now I finally would have the opportunity to see a play that I've been dying to see for ages. I did have the soundtrack and I pretty much know a lot of the lyrics for the songs. And funny enough, I actually performed some of the songs on this karaoke app that you can download on your phone called Smule. So suffice to say, I was a big fan of the Hamilton property despite having never seen it live. And I was even more excited when I found out that it was going to be the original cast. And before I even get into how excited I was about watching this finally, let me get my one negative out of the way, because it's really only one thing and it really has nothing to do with the production or the filming of it in itself. It's just the fact that as a theater geek, I couldn't help saying to myself while watching this film production of the live Broadway show, in many ways I felt like Dorothy from The Wiz, and I just wanted to click my silver slippers 3 times and I just wanted to say, like, I wish I was there live. I wish I was there live. I wish I was there live. Because yeah, it was a little weird watching a live theater production when you're not actually there live. So you're not getting the energy of the audience. You're not feeling the actual live vibration of the instruments playing. And that's the thing that I wish I had the opportunity to feel. But regardless, with that negative out the way, I loved finally being able to watch this production of Hamilton. And considering I pretty much knew the soundtrack verbatim, and so therefore I knew the storyline, there wasn't really that much surprises, but at the same time, just being able to see the actual staging of it and actually seeing the actors perform these songs and their facial expressions and all that stuff that you can't get just by listening to the soundtrack, I was here for all of it. And also, I really appreciated how simple yet complex the stage and the set design was. Like, there's a part of the stage where in the middle, there's like a giant circle that's also broken up into 2 sections, and the circle can spin around in a circle, but because it's broken up into 2 sections, the circles can go in different directions. And I was like, that's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. And I was like, as a person that has the degree in theater, I was like, dang, I kind of wish we had something like that in our theater in college. And I think they used that to great effect. Like, just from a staging and blocking standpoint, like, my favorite number was Satisfied, sung by Renee Elise Goldsberry's character, Angelica Schuyler. And just the way that they did it, especially the part where in the song she's remembering a specific night, and so they rewind back to that night, and just the way it was staged, I was like, that was fucking cool. And also, just in general, while I was watching it, and granted, I realized pretty much most American genres of music originated from Black people, but while I was watching, I was just like, there's absolutely no way a show like this can just exist. Like, nobody else can make this show as interesting without Black culture. Like, this show in and of itself is Black culture, in the crafting of the music, and even just the fact that the majority of the songs are rap songs. And who created rap music? Black people. And also, not even just that, but it wouldn't have been as interesting if it was even cast than any other type of way than the way it has been cast. With that said though, let me get this out the way, because I understand that there are certain people that have been calling for the canceling of Hamilton and also are not really fans of Hamilton because they say it glorifies the founding fathers, and for the most part, the American founding fathers have done some terrible things, and with those terrible things, pretty much all of them owned slaves. And so you got people saying it glorifies slave owners, and with people taking down Confederate statues, it's a conversation that definitely I would think needs to be had. But this is how I look at Hamilton and why I don't necessarily think it should be canceled, but it is a conversation worth having. Me, I think the brilliance of Hamilton in taking these founding fathers and putting a black and brown face on it is essentially telling the world, like, look, our founding fathers were about securing their own independence from this imposing imperialist British Empire, and putting a black and brown face on it is essentially saying black and brown people and indigenous folk are fighting these exact same battles against white supremacy. So why is it that you can celebrate the 4th of July and celebrate American independence, but you can't understand or empathize or sympathize with black and indigenous folks essentially fighting for their freedom? With that said, even though this show is called Hamilton, Leslie Odom Jr.'s Aaron Burr is definitely the real star of this entire production. And can we just talk about his singing voice? Like, his singing voice is like feeling smooth silk sheets all over your body. Like, I can listen to this man sing all day. I bought his first jazz album that was actually released the same year that this production was filmed, 2016, and my God, that man can sing. And speaking of somebody else, like, granted, most of the cast can sing, but the people that stood out to me were Leslie Odom Jr., Daveed Diggs. Like, I just loved his character of Lafayette, and especially Thomas Jefferson. Like, I knew of Daveed Diggs because I knew he was starring in Hamilton, but I hadn't actually seen him in anything until I saw him in Blind Spotting, which I believe came out in 2018. And then seeing him in Hamilton, I'm just even more of a fan of Daveed Diggs. And then, of course, we have to talk about Philippa Soe, who plays Elizabeth Schuyler. Like, she is so incredible. Like, her voice, the way she sings, it just seems so effortless. And then not only just that, every time she cried on stage, I was there. Like, I saw this show twice and I cried both times that I watched this show. And then even when listening to the soundtrack, and I pretty much have that reaction anytime I watch a live theater production, because as a person that got their degree in theater, like, every time I watch live performances, I'm just like, oh, I wish I was up there on stage with them. Like, or if not just with them, I just wish I was up there on stage. But feeling the emotion of these characters, I feel like that's not only just on the strength of the actors, but because this is a film version of the theater production, I say kudos to the filming and cinematography of this play, because, like, you got to see everything. There was not a part of the staging or production that you couldn't see, like, up to the point that you could see the sweat dripping down from the actor's face. And take it from somebody that has been on stage, those lights are hot. And I just appreciate that you could just see all the nuances, from the movements to the actors' subtle reactions, to the fact that you could see tears dripping down their face, and the camera was able to get that close up on them without taking anything away from the production. I just really enjoyed all of it. And honestly, I'm hoping this starts a trend going forward of Broadway productions being filmed from here on out, because I got to see Dear Evan Hansen, and I love Dear Evan Hansen, but I wish I was able to see Ben Platt, who was the original Evan Hansen, and I never got that chance. Or how cool would it have been if I got to see the original production of Dreamgirls with Jennifer Holliday and Loretta Devine and Shirley Ralph before they finished their run, or The Wiz with Stephanie Mills. I got to see Wicked live on Broadway, but I never got to see Christian Chenoweth or Idina Menzel. So I hope going forward that they film and release more Broadway productions. And I don't know if the theater maybe thinks to themselves, well, if they film it and release it, that disincentivizes people from going to see the live Broadway production. And at least for me, I disagree with that, because yeah, I would get to see the original cast, just like I get to listen to the original cast on the soundtrack, but at the same time, I still want to see, despite having seen Hamilton on Disney Plus, I still want to see a live production of Hamilton. I still want to see another live production of Evan Hansen. Like, I want to see it again. Despite having the film production of the final cast of Rent on Broadway, I would still go see Rent live, because there's nothing like seeing a live performance. Like, I got to see and enjoy when Janet Jackson released those HBO specials of her Velvet Rope and All For You tours. And while I really enjoyed them, and while I also have them on DVD, I still enjoyed seeing her live twice even better. But yeah, regardless, I still overall enjoyed the Disney Plus production of Hamilton. I'm glad I finally got to see it. I saw the Disney Plus version twice already, and more than likely I'm going to watch it several times more. But the question is, have you guys seen the Disney Plus version of Hamilton? Did you see it live? What did you think about it? Also, are you one of those ones that think Hamilton should probably be canceled? Let's have a conversation. Let me know know down in the comment section below. Also, if you can, hit that thumbs up button and like this video to really help out the channel. And if this is your first time watching one of my videos, please check out the other videos on my channel. And if you like what you see, please subscribe for more and hit that bell notification button so you're alerted every single time I post a new video. And tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and